So this video is specifically about breathing during your runs. I feel and I would like to emphasize this: breathing is what lays the right foundation for your running. I know a lot of people who are still doing 10Ks and don't know how to breathe correctly during their runs, and that is one of the reasons why they feel really heavy breathing or they're out of breath, and also most of the times they're not able to increase their distance or speed. Breathing during your runs is very different from your normal everyday breathing, because you need to inhale a good amount of oxygen for your muscles to function properly, and at the same time you need to expel the air out from your body or your lungs so that it has enough space for the fresh oxygen to come in. One thing I would like to emphasize: there is no right or wrong method. I know a lot of people talk about nose only breathing, mouth only breathing, but to be honest, we are not monks, so it's very difficult to practice nose only breathing. What I suggest and I highly recommend women or athletes whom I train is to follow a nose and mouth breathing. In this breathing, you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. What happens when you inhale through your mouth and exhale through your mouth is your mouth gets dried up very quickly and you are really struggling to have water, and when you have enough water you can get tight stitch or you might find difficulty during your runs. So how one should breathe during your runs? So a simple thing is starting with 2:2 breathing. What is a 2:2 breathing? 2:2 breathing means you are inhaling through your nose and exhaling 2 breaths from your mouth. So inhaling 2 breaths consecutively through your nose and exhaling 2 breaths consecutively through your mouth. It's going to look somewhat like this. Now what I want you to do is, when you are doing your easy runs or your slow long runs that I've given you, I want you to practice this breathing. What happens initially, your body or you yourself would not like it. Hey, what am I doing? But trust me, after a couple of days of just practicing this breathing, you will find yourself running much comfortably and much longer distance. Okay, so if you are starting to follow this breathing pattern, I want you to synchronize it with your footsteps, but right now I only want you to focus on inhaling through your nose 2 times and exhaling through your mouth 2 times. This is what it's going to look like to you. I'm going to just take this shoe off. Okay, so that's it. Once you have a hang of this breathing, I want you to eliminate any pause during your breathing. So it's going to look like this. So you're taking deeper inhale without break and exhaling more deeply. I'm going to show you how it looks during your run. That's how it looks. Practicing this breathing technique, make sure your pace is absolutely slow, because if you do not master the breathing technique, you will struggle to increase your distance, your stamina, and your overall time during a run, because you will then start taking a lot of pauses or breaks between your runs. The second breathing that I actually recommend to runners as well is called 2:3 breathing. In 2:3 breathing, you are taking 2 inhalations from your nose and taking 3 exhalations from your mouth. So basically, inhale and but longer exhale. When you take a longer exhale, you expel all the carbon dioxide from your lungs, which actually makes space for more oxygen to flow in. So it's gonna look like this. Now, even after practicing this breathing technique, if you are struggling and finding yourself out of breath, and if I have given you an easy pace, that means you are running faster than your capacity. You really need to come down slow, drop your pace, because the slow and easy runs is what's going to build your endurance. And trust me, after 2 weeks, you will find yourself running the similar pace with a much easier effort.